When you were playing in the NFL, what teams did you play for?
Indianapolis Colts, Oakland Raiders, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Wow. And as a lineman, over 300 pounds.
Yes. Literally, it was a full-time job. I literally had to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, eat 4 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, protein shakes, go back to bed for 2 hours, wake up at 4:35, go work out, eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, and just absorb so many calories.
Dude, what the hell?
Everyone wishes they were a professional, whether it's Premier League, NBA, MLB, NHL, whatever it is. Like, everyone idolizes that pinnacle of your career or your craft. And I got to that, and I wasn't gonna take it for granted. I wanted to really enjoy every moment, and I was gonna give it my all every single day. So.
Like, you went on The Bachelor. Of course I'm gonna talk about that.
I did.
As a alpha male, you were in that position with all of these other guys.
Okay, yeah.
And you're like, you know what, this is the prize that we all want.
Yeah.
How do you ignore everything that's going on around you?
I'm gonna be me.
But you got 30 other people.
So?
Welcome to the Superhuman Mindset Podcast. My name is Felix Asari, and I am excited to have this guest here who has just transformed. Like, when I think about what he's done, what comes to my mind is being able to reinvent yourself in so many ways and still stay relevant. From playing in the NFL, going on The Bachelor, and now doing AI in sports. Jason, welcome.
Thank you very much for having me, Felix. It's a pleasure.
Wow. When we met and then we were having a conversation, I was thinking about, you just don't stop.
No. We just talked about this. You get one shot at this thing called life. One shot. You need to maximize every single day. And I do it. I wake up every single day with a smile on my face. The first time I saw you, I literally go, "How are you?" And you're like, "Wow, Mr. Smiles over here."
Yeah.
Like, I literally wake up every day just so grateful and thankful for just being here and being alive.
Wow. So, when you were playing in the NFL, what teams did you play for?
Indianapolis Colts, Oakland Raiders, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Wow. And as a lineman, over 300 pounds.
Yes.
Dude, what the hell?
Yeah, because I was actually a skinny kid growing up.
Yeah.
So going through high school, then I did a PG year at prep school after high school. I was 190, 200 pounds, probably going in like my senior year. And then did a year at prep school. Then I switched positions completely. And then I got a full scholarship to play offensive line. But obviously, as an offensive lineman, you have to be big. So it was a full-time job. I literally had to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, eat 4 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, protein shakes, go back to bed for 2 hours, wake up at 4:35, go work out, eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, and just absorb so many calories to really gain weight and also maintain weight. So it was a full-time job just eating.
So what I'm hearing you say is, even to get to that level from 190, so that was almost like times 2.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, and also like where I look at myself now, I've lost that whole entire person again. Like, I went up, the highest I got to was like around 330.
Yeah.
And then after my playing days, because I really maintained during the season around 310, 315 was my playing weight. The heaviest I got was 330. But then after I done playing, I literally just shed all that weight again. It was tough, but you have to have the conscious mindset of how you're going to get it off and what you're going to do to actually shed that weight. But gaining the weight, because I was a skinny guy normally, so I'll tell you this: college was awful for me. I was miserable. My offensive line coach literally sat across from me at the cafeteria and watched me eat, because he's like, "You need to be a certain weight. Like, you need to keep gaining weight." And I couldn't maintain or couldn't keep the weight on. It would always just be shedding after a workout or a practice, and I didn't know what to do. And he just like, eat, eat.
Bro, like what you're talking about blows my mind, honestly, because I mean, I'm a hard gainer too. I
Mhm.
think if you talk about it, I'm probably like an ectomesomorph, like kind of right in between, right?
Yeah,
And even in bodybuilding,
yeah.
to try to put on muscle was the hardest thing ever.
Well, naturally, yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot. I know you know this probably too. Like a lot of people do it. You use a testosterone
Yeah.
or some sort of anabolic steroid, and like doing obviously playing at college, Division I, and also the NFL, you get tested
Mhm.
for sports enhancing drugs. So like obviously you couldn't use any of that stuff, and I would never even try that stuff.
Mhm.
But like it- doing it with just protein shakes, creatine,
See?
and food, it's tough.
Yeah.
And it's a different mindset,
Yeah.
right? You have to be able to like transform into this mindset. It's like, all right, Jason, it's a full-time job. You're going to dedicate yourself to literally making this transformation and being a great offensive lineman in college, and then whatever happens after college, we'll let that take its own path and see where it goes. But right now, you're in college. You have this opportunity. They gave you a full scholarship. You were going to do what you're told from the coaches. So I did it. I literally just got into that mindset.
That when you talk about that, it actually brings me to the power of now, and it seems like you just do it so effortlessly. What you just said right there. Hey, Jason, you're in college. This is what you're doing to be an offensive lineman. Just go at it.
Yeah,
Don't half-ass it.
yeah.
And then you're able to drop all of that weight. Like you look so good, bro.
Thank you.
People are struggling. How did you do it?
Yeah, it's just like we just talked about it. You just said it. It's a mindset. You know this. Life is all about mental. It's a mental game within yourself. It really is.
Mental game within yourself.
Within yourself. And you have to be able to look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself the question every single day. Am I 1%? Just one. Because we talked about this at dinner that night.
Yeah.
I always say, am I 1% better today than I was yesterday?
Wait, so it's not about trying to be 100% better.
No. What? So when you're 100% better, what are you trying to fulfill when you're 100% better? You can't be 100% better today than you were yesterday, because what are you actually trying to accomplish when you're not at 100%? What if you can't? What if you could only give 20% today? What if you only give 30%? What if you only give 3%? I always tell people, if you can only give 3% today, make it the best 3% that you could ever give. That's it. I'm not asking you to go move mountains. I'm just asking you just to be a little bit better today than you were yesterday and learn from yesterday.
You know, I've read several books. I think there's this book. It's called the One Thing, and it talks about that same concept. But I never really connected it to just doing the 1%. I've also heard even in finance where they talk about just compounding, just
Okay, yeah.
1% better each day. But how you just put it, even at dinner, we kind of went back and forth on that, right? It's like, what's he talking about? But right now, it makes sense to me, because at the end of the day, if I'm just 1% better today than I was yesterday,
That's it.
wow.
And also it really helps too. Like this is obviously very subjective for me, but I write everything down. So like even like I don't journal as much as I want to and I should, but like I write everything down when it comes to work, and I look at everything I did from comes to a work standpoint. It's like, did I actually accomplish the things that I wanted to do today? And I'll look at it really, because we talked at dinner. I'm a very early riser, so I'll look at it before I start my day. It's like, did I actually accomplish what I wanted to get to yesterday? And what I've learned as I get older, prioritization is huge. And you know this, being in business for so long. It's like you have to prioritize everything, because everyone's busy during the day. Everyone has so much going on. And there's like bullets flying over your head and everything. But like, if you prioritize and you set the priorities through the day, you will feel so much more better versus when you're not organized. Because I was not an organized person, going through high school and college. But as I got older, I start to realize organization, time management is key, because time is such a pivotal commodity that we take for granted. We just talked about this. Time is the most precious commodity that you can really value in this world. And time is not guaranteed. Time is not promised, but you have to maximize the time that we have here.
I still, you and I, we can go in so many different pockets, but I want to double click on this. You just talked about, you're an early riser.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know how to wake up early. I know. Guys, do you wake up early? Don't give me that look. Do you wake up early? How do you do it? When do you wake up and how do you do it?
Yeah, like I get up at like 4:30, 5 a.m.
Wait, what?
Yeah, between that time frame, 4:30 and 5, my alarms are. I can show you my alarms. Yeah. But usually my body clock just like kind of like clicks in. It's like
4:30 and 5 a.m.
Yeah, mostly. And then there's some days where it's like, your body just doesn't have it. But I would say my time window when I wake up is that 4:30 to 6 a.m. range.
Wow. And then what do you do?
I go to the gym. I go work out.
Wow.
Yeah, I love it. And then, or at least I get, and I was talking to one of my clients about this, like how I prepare my morning. I love my mornings because it gets me going for the day. It gets me excited. Like we talked about this. I look myself in the mirror and it's like, all right, Jay, let's have a great day. Let's go. And then you kind of get yourself ready to go. And I always wake up ready to go, smile. Obviously, my body aches a little bit because of football and shit. But like, I'm like, all right, let's go. It's all mental.
Yeah.
So then how I get my day is like I'll work out, but then I always like to read the current events, like in, like whether the newspaper or what's going on in the world of like, business or technology, architecture, whatever it is. I really just enjoy reading just the current events and like what's happening, what's transpiring right now. And then also how does it affect our day-to-day in our business, right? Because we're in technology, and how is it going to actually play into some of the things that we're trying to solve for?
Yeah.
So I'll read certain things that are correlated with me and what I'm interested in. And then, I'll get my day started like around 7:38 with emails and start, prospecting through the day and start looking at, kind of my daily task. And then I hop right into it. So I like getting so much done between that 4:30 to 8 window, where most people are just getting ready to start the day like around 7, 8 o'clock. I'm like, no, you're wasting like this awesome world in front of you. Like, and listen, I am not trying to like sell people to get up early. That's just how I work. And that's just how I am. Whatever works for you, do it. But that just makes me happy. And at the end of the day, it's all about being happy, right?
Yeah. But you've been able to do that and reinvent yourself several times.
Yeah.
You did it for football, where you have the crowd cheering, everybody looking at you, and you got to perform.
But I think I just kind of took what I learned from football, because one of the best advice I ever got was I wasn't going to let football define who I was.
Wait a minute, what?
I wasn't going to let football define who I was as a human being. It was a chapter of my life, and it gave me plethora of opportunities. And it was this beautiful, beautiful, amazing game that allowed me to play and allowed me to really be out there and enjoy something that I love to do. But it wasn't going to define me. It wasn't going to be the end all be all of who I was as a human being. It gave me the opportunities now to grow and to learn, and then take my experiences and pass them on to the next generation of kids who want to play and also who are going through transformations like me.
Damn, this guy. So then you go into football.
Yeah.
And then we had this conversation. We talked about me, like you went on The Bachelor. Of course, I'm going to talk about that.
I did.
Because I did not have the everything to be able to go and stay in the house. We talked about Jersey Shore when I did the audition for that, and I saw the contracts. I'm like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
But bro, I don't know how you're able to do this. You pick yourself from point A, you give point A your all, and you just called it a chapter. And then you move into when you are going through those transitions, how do you analyze what's going on through your mind to be able to say, you know what, football is done now, this is all I've got? What's going on through your mind? What are you telling yourself?
Yeah, no, I think for me personally, like what I'm telling myself is like, it was obviously that transition part between football to actually, the regular business life, the corporate life, everyone wants to call it. It was that transition. People don't realize it's when you do something for so long and then you have to switch completely and then go to the next thing. It is a tough transition. Anyone who's transitioning from, whether it's a new career, going from like, I would say like marketing to software engineering, that's just completely different. So it's a transition period, and it's really about just kind of like identifying what really matters to you and how are you able to slowly transition. You're not going to be able to transition like this. You're not. It's all about, we talked about, just being 1% better today than I was yesterday. Now, if I'm able to slowly transition and be in the present moment of where I am right now, that to me is considered a chapter, or even like kind of a segue into the next chapter. So like for me, football to kind of where I am now was a slow transition, but it was an awesome transition because it taught me so many more pivotal moments where I needed to grow and I needed to actually kind of, mature as a human being as well.
So if there's somebody out there right now, they are probably in sports. They got into a D1 school, bro. They are doing it big.
Yeah.
What you gonna tell them?
Enjoy it. It really maximize the time you have right now, because I took it for granted. During those summer days of training camp, it was hot, running 110s, gassers, full pads. It sucks in the moment. It is really tough in the moment. Going to school, managing 15, 16 credits while going to practice at 5 a.m., then going to practice in the afternoon at 4 o'clock, and then going to study hall from 7:30 to 9:30, and then going to bed and waking up all over again, and then trying to maintain weight and eat all this food, and trying to like maintain like a 3.0 GPA. It's a lot. It's a lot in the moment, but like, we talked about this. You have this short window. Time is the most precious commodity in this world. Enjoy it. Maximize every single opportunity you get. Enjoy the experiences. Enjoy the failures. Enjoy the ride. I always tell people this: celebrate every single win and loss. Whether it's a small win, big win, small loss, huge loss. Celebrate them, because it's an awesome, awesome moment.
Yeah, one of the things that my dad will always say is there's nothing like a bad experience. It's just experience.
Amen.
Just experience. Just take it.
That's beautiful.
Just experience.
Amen.
You metamorphosized so well. When you got into that show, what was your motive?
Just be me. That's it. My parents even told me this. Like, Jay, that's what makes you you. Like, you're never gonna change who you are. You're gonna be you, and you're not gonna just change because there's a camera. They're probably gonna blank out, half of what you say, because it's all curse words.
Yeah.
And it's okay, but I'm not gonna change. I'm not going to change because there's a camera in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm going to be myself. I'm going to be authentic. I'm going to be genuine. I'm going to listen. I'm going to learn. I'm going to make you smile. I want to motivate you. I want to bring you up. I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to get your energy up. Just like I'm going to try to match your energy with my energy.
Yeah.
Because my energy, you know me, I'm always up here.
Always up there. Well, I mean, I think it's a Libra thing. It is a Libra thing. I'm just saying.
But yeah, I think I just went into it just like I go about my day. It's like, I'm going to enjoy this experience. I'm going to learn. I'm going to listen to the person in front of me, and I'm going to understand, where she's coming from. And I'm going to meet some awesome, awesome guys, and we'll see where this journey takes me.
Okay, so as an alpha male, you are in that position with all of these other guys.
Okay, yeah.
And you're like, this is the prize that we all want. But you got big energy, though. How do you ignore everything else that's going on around you?
I don't think I mean, it's not about ignoring. It's just about kind of adapting to kind of this, the awareness and the situation around you, and kind of like understanding your environment and where you're in. So it's really just adapting and understanding kind of like, the scenario that you're put into. Understand that, you have like 30 other gentlemen that are there to, try to impress, this woman, and really hopefully kind of like grab her attention, and hopefully that's that she's gonna really be captivated by who you are. And then obviously the end all is like, hopefully you guys fall in love and decide to make it work. That's hopefully the achievement, right? It's not really a prize. I think I don't look at it as a prize. I look at it as like two people growing together, learning from each other, and then really exploring what's the actual future going to be. If it works out, amazing. If it doesn't work out, I still have love and respect for you, and I wish nothing but the best for you. So for me personally, I really just went about it it's just like real life. Like, you're going to go on many dates. You're going to meet many people. And sometimes it's going to work out and sometimes it's not. And it's just about learning and adapting and understanding. Yeah.
But you got 30 other people.
So I'm going to be me. And sometimes people, don't like me, and that's okay. And I still respect you, and I still listen to you and learn from you and like you. But we may not agree on everything, and that's okay. That's life, right? But that's what dialogue's all about. That's what conversation's about. That's what learning is about.
So for you, did you like even on that show? Because I didn't watch it. I just watched a couple of
I
clips.
still
of
haven't
that.
watched my season.
Well, it makes two of us. But I know the concept of it.
Yeah.
But so for you on that show, you didn't think about, hey, you know what? This is it. I need to adapt, in my environment, and then hopefully she picks me up. It wasn't like that for you.
No, listen, all the guys who know me who are on that show will tell you the same thing. Jason was just being Jason. Just happy, smiling, just living my life. It was like during quarantine.
Yeah.
So everything was shut down. And I was like, I at least said no. And I wasn't sure I wanted to go on it. But then my parents were like, what the hell are you doing? You're literally in DC right now, just going to do your runs, your in-home workouts, and your job over kind of like the Zooms and the virtual. What else are you doing? So I was like, all right, fine, screw it. Here we go. Tried something new. I stepped out of my comfort zone. And that's a good lesson too. Step outside of your comfort zone. Yeah. Try something. Try something that's completely out of your comfort zone, because it really teaches you those experiences that we talked about. Yep. It's all about learning and enjoying every single moment. So yeah, it was awesome. Wow. I tried something new.
Would you do it again?
No.
Why not?
I think I did it one time, and I think it was just good for that one experience. But I love what I do now. I love my job. I love people, and it was awesome experience. But nah.
Wait, bro, I've been thinking about going on The Bachelor.
You should. Yeah, you're a handsome
but you
guy.
saying you're not going.
But I did my experience. I tried it. But,
so what should I expect?
Just be you. You're an awesome, vibrant, just a great human being, Felix. You would thrive because you have this aura about you and this energy, and you want to keep learning and keep you're a motivator just like me, and you want to just be kind of that life of the party.
Yeah.
And you love that, and I love that about you, and you would just be you, and they would embrace that. So you absolutely try it. And it's an experience. People need to enjoy experiences and try experiences, even if it's out of your comfort zone.
So I put that in juxtaposition to bodybuilding. When I think about bodybuilding, what days of competing, bro, now when I look in the mirror, it's I still have that image of that guy that was stepping on stage at 190, 185. And it's but you do look good. But no, I'm still thinking about that guy. Yeah. So when I'm talking to folks right now who are trying to get into bodybuilding, the biggest thing I try to talk about is don't let what you see now in that little moment define how you see your body and this vehicle that you are taking to the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
Right? When you think about being on that show, just to really understand, what are some of the things that you see now or afterwards where you're if I had known?
Well, I'll tell you this. I had that same mindset. I tricked myself where I was the ugliest, worst guy out of all the guys. I was all right, I'm going to get first night out. I don't even have a chance to get a rose and get picked for the next round or whatever it is. I look at all these guys. I'm damn, they're all good looking. Shit, I can't compete with these guys. And I was just being me because I look at myself because you trick your mind to thinking that, damn, am I good enough? Am I worth it? Or am I do I deserve it or belong here? And so then you start second guessing yourself. But at the end of the day, as we grow older, as we grow up, it's yes, you deserve to be here. They obviously picked you for a reason. They obviously found you, and they saw something in you. So at that moment, I was I don't deserve to be here. These guys are really good looking. But then I look back and I was we're all there for a reason. We're obviously they saw something in all of us. So yeah. But in the moment, I was just hearts racing. All these guys are very good looking. Shit.
They saw something in us. Yeah. That's what you're telling yourself.
Yeah.
So you basically psyched yourself, I'm supposed to be here.
I don't know if I was supposed to be there. I don't know. Maybe there was a couple guys that said no, and I was kind of the backup. I don't know. But I enjoyed every experience, and I enjoyed it just full-heartedly. It was awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
This guy says he just came in to have fun. Okay. So then how do you move from there into now what you're doing now? First, football.
Yep.
Sports. Okay. Then go on this show, reality TV.
Yep.
And then now all of a sudden, boom, AI. And you know what you've been doing? Like when I think about your storyline, I literally think about it as this guy was just doing prompts and then refining his prompts as he went ahead because you had a persona.
Yeah.
I'm a football guy right now. So you know what? This is the persona I'm going to grasp.
That's a good way of looking at it, prompting.
Yeah. And now I'm in this show. This is exactly who I'm going to be, and I'm going to adapt to that environment. Mm-hmm. And now you're in AI sports? Yeah, I didn't even know they were doing that.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we do work on, and we kind of we want to start gearing towards and start really looking to the future because as a guy who played football, it wasn't really relevant then. We weren't really analyzing or looking at the data from a sports standpoint and on how you look at it from probability. What are the outcomes going to be if we look at the data and we do certain, scenarios and situations on the field or tendencies? So we weren't really looking at it from that standpoint. We knew that the historical data, if you go on third down this many times from this part of the field, on this down and distance from the 20 or the 30, you're more likely to win 80% of the time if you convert X amount of times. That's how we looked at it. But now it's getting down to the actual micro and to the actual megabyte of where the data is going towards from a player standpoint and player safety, player injury, and player preventiveness and vulnerability. It is getting to the T. ML is in AI is really, really powerful in sports, and it's taking the athletes to the next level and also the teams itself.
Wow.
So it's awesome. I mean, I just got back from a conference that was all about technology.
In London about this,
in London, just talking about with all these different types of, these executives who are leading their sports and innovation for the respective teams and hearing how they're really taking, the analytics and AI and ML models and how they're looking at the data to really excel and propel not only the team, but the individual player itself. Because obviously when you have individual players all doing well, it's only going to benefit the whole entire team. And the outcome is hopefully, win a championship for the respective team. But it's amazing to see kind of the innovation and technology really transforming the game and really playing a huge part in where we're going to go for the future.
So do you think when you were playing for the NFL, if some of the things that we do now was there, it would have completely changed how the game was?
I don't think completely changed, but I think where the NFL is from a player safety standpoint to this day than it was 15 years ago. Absolutely. Player safety is a huge thing, and really taking it not only the player safety, but understanding the weaknesses, or it's not weakness, it's just a vulnerability within your body. I have shoulder injuries and a back injury in my knees. So it's understanding your vulnerability and then really kind of getting into your shoulder and how can we strengthen your shoulder to prevent you from any damages or any injury for the season. It's a long season. It is a long season. And people don't realize it is a contact sport.
Yeah.
It hurts.
It hurts, yeah.
And you have the best of the best bashing into each other for 60 minutes. So it's hard on your body.
Yeah.
And you feel it the next day. Yeah. And guess what? You got to go to practice on Wednesday and do it all over again and get ready to do it again. So if you can start looking at it from a scanning standpoint, you can start looking at the preventiveness of the actual athlete itself and then start applying that data and then working on them and start looking at preventativeness, nutrition, sports medicine, whether it's rehabbing or physical therapy, changing up what you do from a workout standpoint. That's all being incorporated right now. That we weren't really we did it, but it wasn't to the level and how micro-driven it is right now.
So I like what you just said about football. It is a combat sport. What are some of the common misconceptions you think people just come up to you and talk about? They are out there. They think, oh yeah, you play in the NFL, yeah, it's just cakewalk.
I don't think anybody says that. I mean, listen. I'm not one of the greats. I'm not one of even the best. I did my job and I was blessed to be there, and that was an amazing opportunity. I'm very thankful for the NFL giving me an opportunity to put on the helmet and wear the shield. I mean, people don't realize it's an opportunity to be there.
Mm.
It's not given. You are literally working your ass off every single day, and every day is a cut day because you never know when the last day is going to be.
Every day is a cut day.
Yeah, yeah. That's okay, and that's just the nature of the beast, and that's just the nature of the game. But like that's the thing, like you have to be able to go to work every single day, knowing that this could be your last day in the NFL. So I woke up every single morning. I was like, I am not going to make today my last day, and if I am, I gave it 100% or 1% better because I knew that I wasn't going to take it for granted. Like being in that opportunity was the most amazing thing because everyone, I mean, you know this, Felix, everyone wishes they were a professional, whether it's Premier League, NBA, MLB, NHL, whatever it is, like you or NASA, you want to be like an astronaut, or you want to be the president, whatever it is, like everyone idolizes that pinnacle of your career or your craft. And I got to that, and I wasn't going to take it for granted. I wanted to really enjoy every moment, and I was going to give it my all every single day. So, yeah, every day could be your last, or any day. Sorry. Yeah.
And then now, with how you pivoted into this with sports background, I know you're going back to school for what's your program again?
So I want to get my executive MBA in AI strategy and then merger and acquisitions.
You just don't stop learning.
I just love learning, man, because like we talked about this, you get one shot at this thing called life, and I never want to be complacent. I always want to keep growing. I always want to keep learning. Knowledge is power, and knowledge is beautiful. And the more that I get to learn from you, learn from others, keep asking questions, just taking it all in, because we don't know everything. I don't want to know everything. And we, as long as you're asking questions, you're open to learning, you're open to like having dialogue, that's awesome. That's what life is all about, is having conversations, learning from people, and then coming up with a solution if you guys are working on a problem together. That's art. That is an art right there.
But bro, most people will say you are a very accomplished guy. I mean, less than 40, very accomplished. Why do you still want to do more?
Because
what is this about?
Because you get one shot. You get one shot. And I don't know how, what's the word I want to say right now? It's not about leaving a legacy, but I want people to remember me as like, if I were to pass away tomorrow, or if I were to leave this earth, how are they going to remember me? Was I a positive influence? Was I a guy who listened and learned and drove conversation? Was I there to motivate them? I think that's what I care about. I want to be a positive influence. I want to learn. I want to listen. I want to help people. I want to drive conversations and solve problems together. I think that's where I'm at right now in my life. I want to keep growing and keep getting there. So,
wow. Yeah. Jason, as I was saying, you are very accomplished for your age, and sometimes we do end up beating ourselves up because we think we are not there yet. You are one person that I know, and I've come to know, that every moment you find yourself in, you just like, let's go, rah, rah, rah. Let's just keep that energy up. Now for this AI and sports innovation space, man, a lot of people don't know about this. A lot of folks are not thinking about it.
Yep.
They just see AI and they just think, oh my gosh, it's just another buzzword, and it's happening. You happen to be front row seat to this.
Yes.
What do you want them to know?
It's a journey. What's the old saying? It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Not a sprint. Yep.
And you know this, being being the CISO and in your career and your journey, and understanding the really introverts of technology at a higher level than I understand it. I only know it from a macro and from a 30,000 foot overview, which I'm trying to get more into the weeds with. But you could probably talk about it a little bit more. But how I would explain it to kind of a sports team is like, it's a journey, and it's all about understanding where you want to start your journey, and then really, building off those use cases, taking those amazing use cases, and then kind of, slim them down to about 10, and really start to kind of focus in on those use cases, and then start to really build a comprehensive roadmap, MVP, whatever it may be, to really start to build out, how that journey is going to look and where it's going to go. So that's try to explain it to like the sports innovation world and where they want to go from innovation and scalability. It's like, understand, where do you think you're going to get the most return on your investment? whether it's championships, whether it's fan engagement and experience, whether it's revenue for the stadium from, from anything that has to do with like stadium experiences and in stadium kind of revenue or engagement.
Yep.
So it's like really understanding and look at your organizations and how are you going to start to filter what really matters the most to you and where your outcomes want to go.
And how is that outside of the sports side, from where you sit? How is that helping organizations today?
A lot. I mean, you know this better than I do. It's like, we in our company at Lumen Alto, we work with so many different types of industries and companies. Financial services, sports, obviously, sports and media is a huge thing for us. Transportation, logistics. So there's plenty more. Airline and hospitality, but like whatever it is, like it's all about what is going to drive your not revenue. I don't want to say revenue, but what is your desired outcome? Like what? Everyone is trying to drive an outcome, right? Everyone. That's the whole goal. It's not outputs. There's people can do outputs all day, but what is exactly those outputs generating towards? If you're just doing outputs day in and day out, how are you measuring that? What is your actual goal? So everyone wants to look at outcomes now. That's why a lot of people transition from projects to product. So it's not really like a project-driven kind of mindset now. It's more of a product-driven mindset because now we have a tangible product. We're looking at the product, and then what is this product going to do from MVP to release to outcome? Like, how are we looking at the stages of this certain product? And obviously, everyone's taking this mindset of like looking at the product and driving certain outcome beyond it. So it's like really understanding like what is your desired outcome and how are you actually going to kind of get the buy-in. And you know this too, working at some amazing organizations. Culture is huge.
Yep.
Buy-in is huge. Yep. You got to be able to like get across your team, get across the organization, and get them excited to where you want to go in your vision. Because everyone has different visions, right? But it's all about learning from each other, having conversations from each other.
Yep.
Everyone is motivated by different variables of life.
Yep.
What motivates me probably doesn't motivate you.
Yep.
What motivates you probably doesn't motivate somebody else.
Yep.
So it's all about asking, what motivates you, Felix? What can I do to really understand Felix?
Wow.
What are you going to do today to really get yourself psyched up? And how are you going to motivate yourself? What can I do to bring that out? Even if it's just a little thing, even if it's just checking in on you. How's your day going? There's things that are just that really help culture. Culture is huge.
Yeah.
People want to be able to wake up and be like, I can't wait to go to work. Yeah. I'm excited to go to work.
Go to work,
because people need to go work, obviously, to make money and pay bills, and that's just the life we live right now. But like, you gotta have something that excites you in order to go do the job that you have to do.
Yeah. So it's about the outcomes, not about the outputs.
Correct.
Wow.
Yeah. There's tons. You know this better than I do. There's tons of outputs every single day. But how are you being measured? And what is the actual kind of timeline and milestones? And what do those look like to an organization?
And those are the measurements that you do with that 1% every day.
Exactly.
And then those are the outcomes, are the things that you write down. So you write yours before you go to bed?
Oh yeah. And I do daily outcomes. Like, what did I achieve today? And then I obviously, I start every year with what is my big outcomes. It's really only 5. Because when you start to like build a list of like 10 plus, it overwhelms you. Start with like a small list. Like start with like 3 to 5 of like, pretty sizable outcomes that you want to get to from January to December, and look at it from at the end of the year. It's like, all right, did I achieve all my outcomes? Did I actually hit them? What did I do, to actually get to the outcome? What did I learn? What was the actual kind of learning curve and learning experience? Were there failures? What was the big success? Understand those. Write those things down. People don't realize writing things down is really awesome because it teaches your mind to really kind of learn, listen, and reflect.
Yeah, the Bible says it. Write the vision down and make it plain and clear. So it's right there.
Yeah.
Write it down. But I think it's so overrated, though.
Yeah, it does. We take it for granted. We take it for granted, man. Take it for granted. I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
So let's. I know we are running out of time here. Listen, guys, if you enjoyed this conversation, you need to hit subscribe right now because the real stuff is about to happen. And I see you, yeah, right there, you right there. Hit subscribe and share this with your buddy. All right, Jason, back to you. So, in all of your experiences, and our birthdays are coming up, so woohoo, October borns. In all of your experiences, I know you like to stay present, make changes, adapt, move. Yes, life, we only have one life to live that we know of.
We know of.
That we know of. We don't know if it's going to change tomorrow. What are some of the frames of thinking that have guided you, or philosophies that have guided you all the way up until now, which sets you apart? Because not everybody gets into the NFL, bro. I'm sorry. Not everybody gets into the Bachelor, bro. No, not everybody gets to do what you're doing with sports innovation. You must be doing something damn right. So what is that? What are those?
Learning, really learning from each experience. Fail. I try to teach everybody to fail. You're going to make mistakes. And I'm telling you, I've made every mistake in the book. I probably, from me to Shanghai, that's how long my list of failures is and mistakes. As long as you're learning and just growing from those experiences and those failures and really just trying to be a good person and just listen and learn, I think that's just the most valuable piece of advice I can give people. It's just listen to others, learn from them. Everyone has different walks of life, and not everyone's dealt the same hand. So having empathy and really being empathetic towards people and learning from where they came from. Like I said, we're not motivated by the same things. And if people can just learn and talk to one another and respect, be empathetic, have empathy, that's where you want to go. And I think that's where it's just going to be. When you're able to learn with empathy, it puts you in a different perspective. And you slow down the world too. Like as I get older too, we always move so fast, Felix. The world happens so fast. When you start to slow it down, really slow it down, and you start to be more proactive versus reactive, it gives you a different mindset too. Because we're all busy. The world, everything happens so fast in life. Enjoy it. This is a beautiful world out there. Some beautiful people, amazing experiences, different values, different cultures. Diversity's absolutely incredible, beautiful. There's just different things of the world that if you learn and you listen, you'll see the world from a different lens. And it's awesome.
Man, you took that. Everybody wants to get to Wall Street. And you still said, yeah, nah, I want to try something different. Bro. I can't fathom.
My brain, I don't know, I still can't even process where my brain goes sometimes, but, you know, I never really liked to read. Never. I mean, everyone, if my high school buddies tune in or my college buddies tune in, like, you can't read. And I hated reading, but, you know, as you get older, you start to develop and you start to really kind of take in these new habits and these new things of life. Now I love reading. I like reading like psychology books and, you know, different types of motivation books and really about cultures and like, you know, reading right now this book Made in Japan. It's really about the art form of like, you know, how Japan really came back from World War II and then really, you know, kind of grew their culture. And it's really the backbone of the culture itself of Japan, of like we're a country built off family and our values, and we're never going to kind of steer away from that. And it's obviously been a really beautiful thing, kind of see like the growth of Japan and how they always just maintained family and community and culture and values every single day. It's just awesome to kind of see like I just talked about the different walks of earth and how people you know kind of live their days. And if everybody can learn and listen to how people, you know, operate and what they do on a daily basis and how they learn and how they listen and what motivates them, it'd be awesome. I think that's where people struggle is like, we don't listen. We don't talk to people. Yeah. People are always on their phone, like you have this awesome world. I know, listen, technology is amazing. Innovation is beautiful. It is a fantastic thing. But so is communication. Just having a conversation with somebody. It's great, isn't it?
It's amazing. It's amazing.
You get the smile.
You get the
Smile
smile.
literally
Yeah.
brings
Yeah.
out is the best medicine that I was taught as a kid. Laughter and smiling is the best medicine.
Laughter and smile is the best medicine. What would you say keeps you grounded?
Obviously my upbringing, my family. You know, they're my parents are my best friends. You know, growing up, you know, it wasn't obviously like rainbows and sunshines and balloons.
Wait, it wasn't? What?
My parents are like, you know, they're the hardest working people I know. You know, they're still work. My pop's 75, my mom's 69. They still work 2 jobs.
Wow.
So, and I think, you know, that drives me every single day to just, you know, I look at them and I see them and I inspire to be that. You know, I keep on, I work for them. I want to keep, you know, grinding like they grind. But also like, not just, I take away from their work ethic, but I'm taking in new experiences. I'm learning and listening to other people and where they came from. I think what I love about my mom and dad is that they work incredibly hard, but they're also very open and they listen. Sometimes they're stubborn because they're New Yorkers. Yeah, that's just how we are. But for me personally, I kind of, you know, that part of the brain is completely gone, and now it's like you're so open to like these different thoughts and these different ways of life and these experiences and these values and these different types of like I said, experiences and kind of just ways of looking at the world and shaping the world and shaping myself. And I try to incorporate it into myself every single day. And it's just really, really cool to see.
Wow. Okay. My last question for you. What would you say to anybody that wants to build a superhuman mindset?
Oh, good question. Experiences, learning from those experiences, celebrating the failures, celebrating the small wins, celebrating the big wins. Celebrate, and really maximize every single day, every hour, every minute. I know we take it for granted. I know, trust me. It's literally like, oh, time. Yeah, we see it. But if you look at it, time never changes. It goes around in a clock or in a circle every day, right? It never changes. It's always continuously moving in the same position, whether it's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and it's going to happen again the next day. So, but we're changing. We're evolving. Our skin's getting different. We're getting older. I'm losing my hair. I'm like, I get wrinkles. We're evolving. We're changing. So enjoy the change. Celebrate the change. Celebrate the different ways of life and the arts of life, because life changes and people change and people learn and people grow. And I would say, you know, the super mindset for me is really just being open, being empathetic. That's probably the best takeaway of it, is being empathetic. Everyone's not built different, or not like you, excuse me. Everyone has their own challenges. Everyone experiences life at a different pace than who you are. So it's really about putting someone, walking in their shoes, thinking about where they've been, listening to them, having conversation. And then if you guys are if people are working or, you know, collaborating, it's really coming to a collaboration and driving to, you know, a common ground together to come up with a solution.
That's right.
That hopefully you both can agree on, or both teams can agree on. So I think it's all about having conversation, having amazing dialogue. You know, people don't have to yell at each other. No one have to shout. No. That doesn't get across anywhere. No. So it's really just having compassion, empathy, listening, and learning, and adapting and growing every day. Change is beautiful.
Wow. So. Thank you. One of the things that really struck me from what you said is just listening. Now, you and I were just talking before the camera started rolling about the donation that we did in Ghana, just helping. Like, if you just listen, you realize that there are people that, like, this blows my mind. So mom goes to the hospital, gives birth to a baby. She's healthy. Mom is healthy. She can live her life. But she has a baby and she can't go anywhere because she doesn't have the ways and means to pay for the hospital bill. And it's $100. And we take things for granted.
Yeah.
And we don't even think that people are going through stuff like that. And so when I think about what you said, listen, being able to do things like that, help other people, even when you are not all the way at your best, that helps uplift you as well.
You know what's crazy? You know this better than I do because you lived in a different part of the world. But as I travel more and I learn and listen from people and I just listen to their stories, not everything has to be about you and benefit you. And that's the thing that we need to do a better job of, at least in this country. It's not always going to benefit you or what you can do for me right now is going to benefit me. But what about we as a community?
Ooh,
we as an help. We're all. It doesn't have to benefit me. Not everything's about me. Start putting be selfless. Start thinking about other people, other walks of life. And it's just not about people. There's this awesome planet out there. Whether it's the wildlife, different animals, kind of, the environment.
Yeah.
Start thinking about other things that don't just have to benefit you. And listen, I'm not saying you don't have to think about yourself, which you should absolutely think about your health and your happiness. Absolutely. But when you start to sit back a little bit and you start putting others ahead for some time and not all the time, it doesn't have it be a split, be a balance, right?
Yep.
But really understand there's this beautiful world out there and there's people and it doesn't always have to be about you. Really start to listen and learn from others and start to try to how can we solve problems together, contribute together?
Wow. What would you tell 18-year-old Jason?
I would smack him upside the head.
Oh boy.
I would be like, oh my God, 18-year-old me, I was such a little shit. Oh, sorry. Sometimes I do curse.
Just sometimes.
Man. Slow down. Slow down. And I would say listen more, because I was a stubborn, ignorant guy or kid. I was a egotistical, cocky, arrogant kid. I always cared, but I always thought I was the best, and I always thought I was my shit didn't stink. I was just very in that mindset where I was like, this is who I am. I'm gonna be me. I don't care, mindset. So, and this is what we talked about earlier. Life is awesome because you grow from experiences and you learn from experiences. It's the people that don't learn from those experiences that struggle, because we talk about this. Things that happened in 1960 are not happening in 2025 that are going to be in 26. Things change. Evolution is awesome. Progressive, things that are changing are amazing. And it should change. We should learn from the past. We should be present. We should have those growing moments. And if you're not, you're going to get left behind. You know that. If you're not growing from those experiences, you're going to be left behind.
Yep.
And unfortunately, I don't feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
Because there's moments in my life where I'm not proud of, but I'm happy it happened because I learned from those experiences. I made mistakes. And as an 18-year-old, I was a little shit. I was. But then I grew from that. So my old self, I would slap him and be like, Jason, wake up. There's this awesome, awesome world out there.
Wow.
Start to really listen, be present, be in the moment, and don't take everything for granted. Yeah, you had a hard grow up, but we all have different hard ways of growing up. Accept it, grow from it, and be a good person. Be a positive person. Don't bring negative energy into the world. There's too much negativity in the world. Be a positive. Be a light.
Be a light unto someone. Wow. Jason, this has been amazing.
Man.
Thank you so much for your time.
Awesome, man.
I love you, brother.
I love you too, my guy. Thank you very much.
For everybody that tuned in today, this man shared a lot of gems. Don't keep it to yourself. Be a light to somebody else. Click the link below, share it with somebody, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the other side. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Wow.